My presentation is around soy technologies that have gone commercial and to explain some of the reasons why, both economically and technically, they've been successful. It's really around innovation which we know drives commercialization. Soybeans offer technologies that successfully address quite a few issues. Of course, starting with sustainably sourced, as they are plants, they're biodegradable, they have performance not just that meet, but oftentimes exceeds what's been done in the past with petrochemical-based products. And economic viability, which is a really key part of the equation here, because as we know, there are so many new innovations that are quite interesting and work well, but oftentimes don't have the economic viability to support it. Of course, all the soy-based products and technologies are bio-based. They are sulfate-free, PFAS-free, and are traceable. In addition, they have very low toxicity or no toxicity in many cases, and they eliminate the need for 1,4-dioxane. By implementing soy-based technologies, you can always get greener labeling, which is something that's very desirable, particularly in the consumer world. Much of the soy-based technology and the commercialization, stems from soybean oil, which you'll see in the upper left of the slide. Soybean oil is as alone can be used and or can be derivatized. You'll see some examples here. On the bottom left, if you can epoxidize soybean oil at those double bonds, and you get new functionality that people can use for additional reactions or applications. If you take soybean oil, you can convert that through transesterification to make methyl soyate, which you'll see in the upper right. Methyl soyate can be used as is for a variety of reasons. Also below, you'll see epoxidized methyl soyate, which again, based on the chemistry, lends it to some other interesting applications. These products are all available commercially at large scale and are affordable. Farming is a big part of innovation. The sustainable nature of farming is something that the U.S. soy farmers take seriously and have invested quite a bit in. The United Soybean Board and the soy farmers have put together the Sustainable Farming Framework. And you'll see here 10 aspects of their framework, which they all take very seriously as far as how they manage their businesses. Everything from things you might think about, from water management and nutrition management, to other things that may not be quite so obvious, things like precision agriculture and renewable energy. Each of these aspects of their sustainable farming framework are addressed by the farmers to improve the sustainable nature of their business. Now let's look at some examples of where soy is used and why it's being adopted so readily. In consumer applications, which you'll see on the left-hand side of this slide, for example, wood stains are areas where soybean oil-based materials are used to replace petrochemical solvents. Likewise, in latex paints, soybean materials are used as a precursor in latex paints that Sherwin-Williams has marketed, and you can probably see some of those examples at your local hardware stores. Other coating applications are more industrial in nature, such as powder coatings, or when you see the traffic paint, that's actually going into the striping that goes on highways. Lubricants also offers quite a bit of opportunity for implementation of soy technologies. And here's just a listing of some of those that are successful, and you'll recognize quite a few of those names. Some you might not, but in terms of greases, oils, and lubricants, because soybean oil is, of course, in and of itself, have good lubrication properties, and those derivatives have good lubrication properties, it lends itself to these type of applications. All for the purpose of not just increasing the sustainable nature, the biodegradation nature of the products, but also to offset and eliminate petrochemical-based products. Rubber is another area where soy-based materials are being used. For example, Goodyear has, for a number of years, had tires on the market that use soybean oil-based materials in their tires. for the reasons of both just offsetting petrochemicals and adding performance and making the tires more affordable. Likewise, in footwear, Skechers and Okabashi has taken the same approach where they're removing some petrochemical-based ingredients and using soy-based products. There's also industrial uses such as vulcanized oils and processed oils where soy-based materials are being commercialized or have been commercialized. Polyurethane and plastics offer another opportunity for commercial success. You'll see here in home insulation, artificial turf you use around your homes. Those are things where you can use soy-based materials instead of petrochemical materials, not just for the performance aspects, but also to increase the health and safety aspects related to the people in those buildings. Other industrial applications in packaging and automotive seating is where soy-based materials have been and continue to be used. Using soy in surfactants is a developing area where many companies are spending time and energy to develop surfactants from soy to replace those developed from petrochemicals. Household cleaners, personal care, laundry detergents, particularly those that are consumer facing, have been more and more successful in recent years as consumers care about the health, safety, environmental aspects of their products and the biodegradability. Soy in cleaners makes natural sense because it not just works, but it's safe. Industrial cleaners, laundry detergents, adhesive removers, hand and body washes, these are all areas where soy has not just shown to have technical success, but also shown commercial success because of both of the performance attributes as well as the affordability. Methyl soyate is well known as a solvent that can replace many petrochemical-based solvents. You get outstanding performance for things like spot and stain removers, degreasers, laundry detergents, hard surface cleaners. They come along not just with the performance attributes, but they're cost competitive, they're effective, and they're low VOC. There's a range of other products on the market today that are cleaners, everything from graffiti remover to all-purpose degreasers to hard surface cleaners for spot cleaning. And these are just a small number of examples of products that have utilized soy to improve not just performance and sustainability and makes them affordable. I think you'll see that using soy in so many products makes sense. It's not just the fact that they are biodegradable and bio-based, but they have high performance, they're affordable, and they're available at scale. So thanks for listening to about soy products that have gone commercial.